This is Bradley of Bradley Teaches, and welcome to Bradley Teaches Video Graphics for Restream Studio. Today is going to be a cool day. I've had some people send me questions about different things and ask me about different things as far as graphics are concerned, and I'll go through some of those, but if you have your questions, please jump in with those as usual. Let me know where you're coming in from. Just say hi. This is the early show, the pre-show, and so it's here to kind of get you guys revved up and ready to go. But let me know where you're coming in from. Let me open up my chat window here. Open up the chat window so I can see you. Just say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from. We're going to start officially in about 3 minutes at 4:30 Central Time. Hey. Hello. I don't want to butcher your name. Fuad Kamara. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hello to you. And welcome to everyone else coming on in. Subhan Salman, welcome. Thank you for coming into the broadcast. Yeah, we're going to start officially in a few minutes. And if you have any questions as it relates to making video graphics for Restream Studio, make sure you use the word question in front of your comment or use a Q in front of comment. And that way I won't miss your question. And then I will be able to answer them for you. Now, if you're Mac users and you want to try to create something with Keynote, let me know that too. Maybe we'll jump into Keynote today, but we've typically been doing things in Canva. So if you have some Canva questions, please let me know. This is the pre-show, so you haven't missed anything if you're just now getting in. Okay, I said your name right. Cool. Yeah, but you all welcome. And I have my little title screen up here just so I can get the good thumbnail when this live is over. And I can probably drop that off now. Let me jump out of here, turn that off. And as you see, my backdrop is a little bit different today. Probably has a little bit of a different look. I am in a remote location today outside of my studio. So you may see a couple of things or hear a couple of things you don't usually hear because it's not as a controlled environment as it usually is. So with that, as usual, we're going to go ahead and make this thing do what it do. So if you have any questions, please let me know what the questions are. Put a Q or the word question at the beginning of your comments, and I will definitely check out for those. And let me know if you guys are hearing me clearly. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly, because as I said, this is a remote location today. I'm breaking some of my own rules of doing video, right? I have a window behind me instead of in front of me, but I'll explain that kind of stuff a little bit later. And that's pretty much I'm breaking a few rules today. Window behind me. I'm in an open location, so you might have some more ambient noise and things like that. But the show must go on. So we're going to make this thing happen. I actually am having a great day. I am doing good today. It's been a pretty eventful day. I won't get too much into all that with the home studio thing, trying to make things work. So, but I'm here. We're going to rock and roll and make this thing happen. And I'm here to teach as I usually am and field your questions. Have a little conversation if you want to have a little conversation, but we're going to make some graphics today. So I wanted to make sure we got everybody here. It is now 4:30. All right, y'all. So welcome to Bradley Teaches Video Graphics for Restream Studio. We are officially a go now. We're ready to rock and roll. So if you have any questions as it relates to creating video graphics for your live streams or recorded broadcasts using Canva or Keynote, let me know, and we're going to make those things happen. If you have a video that you've already shot, right, that you're trying to improve the graphics on, let me know about that. Put a link in the comment stream here. Maybe I can go find your video and kind of review that. If there's some graphics you're trying to work on that you want me to help you with, let me know that too. Hey, Melanie. Yeah, I'm not sure why it keeps making you Facebook user. I know there's a link that goes out that I can send out from Restream to have you sign up for it to allow you to see the thing. And it may be something going on with the group too. Maybe it's a group thing with Restream. Those are little things I'm still trying to figure out. So, but I'll check that again. Usually I think I have it fixed and then it's not fixed. But that's kind of technology for you. So, and as I said, also, like I said, I'm breaking a few rules today. I'm actually wireless today too. So fingers crossed, we're going to stay online. Everything's going to stay smooth. The picture's going to stay good for you and not get fuzzy. So we're going to work it out from there. But okay, so if you all are ready to rock and roll, well, yeah, sometimes that is the case. It is user error, but sometimes I'm that user, right? So I don't have no idea if I might have not checked a box or something like that that would let me see you all's names. But I'll check that again after this broadcast and so we can get that worked out. All right, y'all. But if you have any questions as it relates to making graphics, let me know. Throw them in the chat here. Now, a lot of questions, because I don't want to seem like I ignore your questions. I had a few questions come in through DM and through the forum that was talking about making animated GIFs or other animated images for use with your video stream graphics, right? As of right now, Restream does not allow animated graphics. So that's why I haven't really dove into a lot in Canva or Keynote, because Restream at this moment does not accept animated graphics. And this is a video graphics for Restream Studio. So why create something you can't use? So if there are some things like that that are not really covered in the Restream universe right now, I'll cover those in another video on one of my other channels, either my YouTube channel, which there are plenty of tutorials there, or in my video graphics for live streamers group. You can check out some things there and ask those kind of questions there. And I will definitely field them and do a tutorial or talk you guys through a process of creating animated graphics. But as it relates to Restream Studio, we're kind of in a static graphic environment, right? So I want to do all I can as far as making static graphics for Restream Studio that you all can use. So I will definitely answer those questions in a more general sense. But yeah, let me see. I wanted to make my fingers sparkle in my video. Okay, so you can probably, for that, and that'll be something else I can cover somewhere else, right? But you can probably just record a little animation of sparks with a transparent background and then just add them into your broadcast live. Like when you point, it's probably going to work better if you have someone else helping you with that, and they can put the little sparkle, turn it on and off when you do certain things and move it to a certain spot. But it can definitely be done. Those are kind of easy things to do, little spot type graphics. All right. Yeah. And so, yeah, little animations like that would be great, just kind of as a pointer, right? Like you say, click here, click there, click there. And I can definitely show you how to do that in a different app. But you know what? Let's jump into Canva real quick. Let's just do this real quick. So here we are in Canva. Let me go to create a new design. And I'm gonna go to presentation. That'll be fine for this. And let's do it this way real quick. I'm gonna show you kind of a quick and dirty way to do that. So click on the presentation slide, make the background black. And we're gonna just type in animation. See what kind of animations we get. Oh, elements. Go here. There we go. Like this, right? So that could be a little animation you do, size it down, rotate it, right? And so you can say, okay, when my finger is in a certain spot, you can have someone in live do it for you or something else. And now I can export this right now as an animated GIF, right? And so if I go here, and let's go to GIF. Yep, no sound. Download. So you can export something like this as an animated GIF. You could do it on a green screen, right? And then you can do a green screen thing to take it out. Now, as far as, because Canva, the free version, and I don't think the paid version can either, actually save as a transparent GIF, right? Now, the helper program that I use, which is Photopea, can save as a transparent GIF, but Canva cannot do that natively. So then you'd have to go in and do different stuff like that, right? But even so, say if I drew a circle around it. So let's go back to elements. And let's go to basic shapes. Oh, they said basketball. Basic. All right. And so say if I did this though, and moved it to the back, right? And so if I did that, it could be more like a pointer, right? And it'd be easier to take the excess from around it in Photo P. So I'm gonna download this and let's go back to GIF and download. And then I'll show you how to actually make this animation work. Yeah, I am using a mic. I'm using a Shure SM7B, and I'm using a mixer. Because, you know, like anything else, a lot of people mistake that in video, the video is the most important thing. But actually, a lot of people will listen to a video that could have bad visuals, but they will not stay with the video that has bad audio. So yeah, so that was the thing I wanted to make sure that I did, is actually have high-end audio with my video. And so that was definitely something that I did. And I'm using a Shure SM7B and a Rodecaster, mixer. So let me go here to my downloads. And that's the pointer. Let's have to open it the hard way. Oh, there it is. We got it. Okay. So here's my pointer, right? And I'm going to go up here to the main folder that's housing all the images. And I'm going to use my magic wand. Click on the background. Oh, click on any one of them. Go to background first. Click on the background to highlight it, right? Select inverse. Now I'm going to go up here to the folder level and click my masking tool, which is this rectangle with a circle in it. So now what that does, it eliminates all the backgrounds in all of these animated pieces of the circle. So that background has been pulled out of all of these. All of these frames now have no background. That's one of those. Yeah. That's a very quick fix to make animated buttons and things that people don't consider. Then I'm going to crop it down and make it just a smaller animation. Let's just go here and hit return. So now I can say File, Export as GIF. And so now this would be a rounded animated button. All right. So see how it's moving now? So that's a round animated button with a transparent background. Then I save that. And if you are using a streaming service that allows for animated overlays, you can now use it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cheat just a little, and let me go back and change the full screen. And then I'm going to go here and show you how that animated button looks. Go here and pull it in. There we go. So if I put my finger there, where's my finger? There, right? I can put my finger there and it does it, right? So I can move that anywhere on the screen as a little pointer, right? And use it that way. So that's how you can do like kind of a little animated button where you can do it in Canva, export it into Photo P, take out the background, and now you have an animated GIF button. And that can be used many different ways as far as animated features and things, right? But that's not a native Restream Studio thing, as I said before, right? But I wanted to kind of show you really quickly how you can do an animation fairly easy. All right, so let's go back to, okay, cool. Yeah, the program that I use for both of those things, I use Canva to make the initial animated GIF. Free version, well, I have the pro version, but you can do it in the free version. You can export as a GIF, bring that into photopea.com, which is a web-based version of Photoshop, air quotes, Photoshop. And then I can extract the background out and make an animated button. Yeah, and so you can do it with Pro Canva or free Canva. The good thing about Pro Canva, you have a lot more animated elements, a lot more backgrounds, a lot more pieces you can use to make your animations with. Yeah, so that's the really good thing about the Pro version. And you can automatically export PNGs with transparent backgrounds with the Pro version. But as I've told you before, there are workarounds even for that if you don't have the paid version. I can show you how to create transparent backgrounds for free. Awesome. Love seeing that. I love people saying that I helped them. I'm thinking that's Melody still. So thank you, Melody. All right. So let's do this real quick. I know last week we kind of talked some things about placement of graphics in Restream Studio. And I know that some things are kind of statically made, right? So if you use the logo in Restream Studio, so let me go back here to my graphics panel. So if I go to my logos and I use the built-in logo feature of Restream Studio, my logo is going to show up where you see it, where it says Bradley Teaches. But if I do an overlay, as you see here, I can put my logo wherever I want it. So I can have an upper logo, a lower logo. I can do it on the bottom, that lower third area for the bug and things like that. So those are places that I can do my logo because I'm doing an overlay and I'm looking at the whole screen as my palette, right? So let's kind of think about some of those things and make some of that kind of stuff in Canva real quick. So let's go here to our work screen and let's get out of Photo P and go back to Canva. We'll just use this screen here. That's good. I'm gonna select all that stuff and delete it. Okay, so here we are in Canva and we're gonna kind of create some custom layout type spaces, right? And kind of create those elements of the way we want to. So I'm gonna go back here. Let's go to square. Come on, square. Give me a square. There we go. Got a square. All right, so we're gonna make let's do this. All right, so let's say this is our logo because we're looking at the whole screen as our palette, right? So I want to put my logo here, but I want to have my logo along with an overlay look. So I'm just going to go back here to, there we go, backgrounds. And let's just pick a cool, whoa, that's a lot. Okay. All right, that's different. Okay, so we're going to make this our overlay. So I'm going to go back here. Let's go back to elements. Let's go back to a basic shape again. And I'm going to make this my overlay. So I want to build a spot that I'm going to cut out. So I'll go here. And I'm going to cut this out later. So let's make it a wild color that doesn't match the other colors. Don't want to do green. Let's do purple because it's completely different. All right, position that backwards. So this is going to be the hole that I cut out of my shape, right? And so let's make this the logo. That's going to be my logo space. And so what I'm doing now is I'm building my whole layout and putting graphics where I want them, right? And so let's say even I want to do a special lower third of my own. So I can go here. And then I'll Copy paste that. Right. So I have the pieces of my lower third. Go here. Let's make that one white. And so I can go here and start kind of laying out my complete design and not worrying about, okay, if I use a logo, I have to place it on the right-hand side or this, right? So now I can kind of put together my whole layout. But then if I want to, so say I go here and I'll copy that. So one design has all the pieces. So I go to my other design and maybe it just has just the lower third, or it might have this with a sidebar, right? But I'm not actually eliminating any of my other graphics. So I'm kind of doing combo graphics, right? And so with this being that way, I'd probably have to do this, just covering up the blue stuff. So do that. So it looks like it's coming out of the back of the overlay. So now I have my design with a sidebar, right? Make that a little bit wider. So I now have a design with a sidebar, and I'll add text to this. So I have my 2 or 3 different looks that I create. And now I have my graphics as parts of a puzzle piece, and I can turn on the different things that I want on and never have to lose things, because as you know, in Restream Studio, I can't turn on 2 or 3 or 4 overlays at once, but I can make combo overlays, right? That makes it feel like I'm turning on and off different things. So let's also on this one, let's turn off the lower third. So our first version has lower third and a logo with me on the screen. The second version has a sidebar, right, with my text in it. So what I'm gonna do now, let's export this. So let's download. We're gonna download these as JPEGs and 100% quality, all the pages. Let's download that. So what we're gonna do now, and we'll call this overs. So what we'll do now is I'm going to show you how this could be used in Restream Studio as you kind of put together your overall design, right? So let me go down here and get these things open. So let's open those up. Okay, so there's the 2 pieces. And let's go now to Photo P. Delete that. Don't need that anymore. And if you all have questions, please let me know. I want to be able to cover your stuff here, right? So here we are, first design, and I'm going to use my magic wand, select the purple, and delete, right? So that's my first look. So let's save that one. File, export as PNG. That's fine. And that's number 1, okay? So now we're going to close that one. And we're going to go back here and pull number 2 in, which is the sidebar version. Now, if I was really doing a sidebar, I'd also add that text in Canva, right? But I'm kind of skipping that right now to kind of show you some pieces real quick. So I do that. So this is the sidebar version. And I save that as a PNG. Export as PNG. Save. And that's number 2. All right, so what we're going to do now is go back to Restream Studio, and I'm going to turn off my overlay that I have right now. All right, so turn off that overlay, and I'm going to load the other 2 overlays. So let's go down here, load, and downloads. There's number 1. And here's number 2. All right, so I'll turn on number 1 first, right? So that has my logo placement where I wanted. It has a specialized lower third, which I would add all those text and things like that in Canva, right? Now, if you have multiple guests, you can make multiple copies of this, right? And so now my frame stays in place, But now I want to turn on my sidebar. So nothing, it seems like I'm turning on and off pieces of overlays, but essentially it's the same overlay with different pieces drawn already in it previously, right? So hopefully that can kind of help you out as you think about using, applications like Canva as you put together your run of show or your graphics package. Have a base graphic or your base frame overlay, and then do multiple versions of it with other pieces on it, right? So then you won't have a gap where, okay, I can't turn on 5 overlays to make this thing layered, right? I just have one overlay with those 5 pieces in it. Think about your whole screen as a canvas, and that kind of helps you out with that process. Yeah, let me, I'm not getting what you're saying right here. So are you asking, do I use Canva? Yes, I use Canva, but you can't use 2 overlays at one time in Restream Studio. You can only use one logo graphic, one overlay, or one background, or one video overlay at a time. Now I can use one of each of all of these, but I can't turn on 2 overlays. So to get over that, what you can do is in Canva or whatever graphics package you use, but Canva is a great option for it. Build your layers of overlays, as in I have a base overlay, I have my base overlay plus logo, I have my base overlay plus lower third, I have my base overlay plus sidebar. And so that's 4 different overlays, which is an overlay with extra stuff on it. And then you just show the different ones you want to show. Yeah, we can definitely do a title screen too. We can do a animated title screen. Maybe. You know what? I might already have one of those loaded. Let's go back to my graphics and I'll just show you how I did it. So, because it's not considered an yeah, now that's not an animated overlay. It's actually a video clip, but I had to remember that I shouldn't talk through it because it automatically mutes your microphone when a video clip is played. But you can make animated intros, animated introductions, openings, and things like that, but save them as a video clip. But then you have to remember, now it can have sound in it, but you have to remember it's going to mute your mic when they play. So let me show you one more time. Okay, and that's a little quick one that I did last week. So I can show you how to do that real quick if you want to see how to do one of those. And we can definitely work through that. Let me see. Yeah, on initial export from Canva, I'm exporting it as a JPEG because one of the things that Canva can't do, it cannot subtract an image from an image, or it cannot subtract a shape from a shape. So to make the opening that you're seeing me through right now, and maybe if I showed you in Canva, it'd be easier to show you that. So the reason, go back to Canva. So in Canva, I can make any overlay I want, right? With any kind of design I want. Let me turn off this extra overlay. Got too much going on right now. Let me go over here. So go to graphics. Let's turn off this extra overlay. Okay, there we go. All right, so over here in Canva, this purple box, that's telling me that I'm going to delete that later, right? And I do it in an oddball color compared to whatever graphic I'm using, so it'll be easier to select. Now, my preferred color to make that at all times is a dark gray, because if there's any remnants of that color, it'll look like a shadow versus some weird color pixels over the place, right? I'm not even sure why I picked purple then. Maybe because that gray is too close. But anyway, this gray will be cut out in Photo P. Now, I could export right now in a pro version of Canva with a transparent background, but it wouldn't matter right now because I don't have any transparency that I need. That's why I export this as a JPEG and then open it up in Photo P and cut out the hole that I want. So that's the purpose of that. So that's the reason I do that. And that's why I don't export as a PNG. I still could export as PNG, but it doesn't make any difference because nothing's transparent. Because I still would have to cut out this rectangle so I can see myself through it, right? Yeah, so a title screen, right? So let me go back out. Let's just select all this stuff. So say, for instance, maybe you want I don't know, you might want an animated title screen. So if we go here to text, and let's see if I have animated text. I think all of these are animated. Well, let's do this. Let's just make sure it's animated. Let's go to animated. Animated text. Oh, okay. Duh, we just animate the text. All right, so let's go to pool party. Whoa, those are crazy colors. All right, so I'm gonna make the color different just so it's different. All right. So pool party, right? So we're gonna animate these by clicking on them, and you can animate the different elements or animate the whole slide. So I'm gonna go to animate. So these are just basic animations, right? You can see how it works here. I like that. Let's do stomp for that one. And for party, let's do, not neon. Let's do that. Okay. All right. And so that's what we're going to do for pool party. It's animated, right? Now we want to animate this. We want to make sure that we export it as an animation. So we're going to download and we're going to pick movie, MP4 video. And we're going to pick only the second page. Done. And download. So it can be just that quick. You can do other kind of animations. So you can even pick the length of the animation, add background music, that kind of stuff. So you want to see something a little bit more advanced, we can do that real quick. Just wanted to show you something real quick. So let's go MOVIE. Save that. What we'll do now is we'll come back to full screen Restream Studio. And I'm going to go here to my graphics. And I'm going to go to the video clips section is where I want to put this, right? So I'm going to add a video clip. Oh, what did I name it? Forgot what I named it. Oh, I think I called it movie.movie. All right, let's go. Where are you at, movie? There we go. So add the movie. It's uploading it now and processing. So it's going to be a hot second. But once it adds that, pretty quick. So once it adds it, as I said before, if you want to add audio to it, we can add audio to it also. But here's the pool party. Here we go. Right. And so it's as simple as that. So you can create your title that way. Welcome to my show. You can have a mid-roll animation that says follow me or give some other call to action. And you can play them as little videos throughout your stream, and it'll automatically play with its audio and then disappear when the animation is done. So that's just one way that you can add an animation to your broadcast as a movie, but not necessarily an animated overlay or an animated image. So hopefully that was helpful. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, man. Hey, Brother Riley, good to see you. All right. Yeah, so let me know, Fuad Kamara, if that's okay for the title screen. We can go a little bit deeper on that, do something else. But that's at its simplest. You can just pick a background, pick elements, animate them any kind of way you want to, or pick an existing animation, as my demo kind of shows with the guy on the computer and Bradley teaches blah, blah, blah. That was all a template. I just changed a couple of colors, changed some text, and that's how you got what you see there. So yeah, it can be easily done. And Canva is a really deep rabbit hole. You can really go down into the Canva rabbit hole and get all kinds of stuff and those kind of things. So yeah, but we can do a deeper dive on that if you want to. I'm definitely open to that. So let me know. All right, y'all, let's see. Let's go back into Canva here. And I'm going to watch the comments to see if you all have any other questions on that. Let me check down real quick. Yeah, everything I usually show you is possible with the free version of Canva. You don't have to have Canva Pro, but as you see here, these little crowns or whatever else you see on the screen, those are Pro options, right? So if I have Pro, I can use all those. Otherwise, yeah, you just can't use them. And it also works with elements. It works with backgrounds, that kind of stuff, right? So if you have the Pro version, Canva is completely open to you. If you don't have the Pro version, there's some things you can't do. One of those things is export as a PNG, which I showed you how to get around that, right? And then some of these animations are not available to you. Some of the backgrounds are not available to you, things like that. So you want to just kind of watch out for that as you're doing that. All right. Answer the mic question. Yeah, like I said, the main program I'm using is Canva and Photopea for today. And both of those, you can use a free version. All right, y'all, let me see. All right, so here we are. Let's do a little bit more complicated design. And I'm just going to go with a, what am I doing right now? Right, let's go back to the home page. I'm going to use a template. So let's go to, if we go to video, it's going to already be kind of set up where it has video templates and stuff like that. And so you can kind of watch these and we can play them. You see that that's 6 seconds long, right? And so all these different things you can use as your, well, if you have the Pro version, you got more of them than others, right? This is the template that I had the other day, and it's a free one, right? You pick whichever layer you want. They're all animated. So since we have Super Falcon here, we can use Super Falcon. It already has the animations in it. So let's do, right? And we probably got to do that every time. So let's do this. All right, so we got the Bradley teachers going. Oh, that was not expected. There we go. All right. So now even the background, right? I don't like that background. I can go here, make it my brand color, but it's a little, oh, it's screened backwards. Okay, that's cool. So kick up the transparency on that. All right, so now we can go here now and just change out all these. I can go with a brighter blue and just do the standard blue on the rest of them. Right. Now, here's what's cool about these animations, right? So say if I'm doing an animation and then I decide that I want to add audio to it. Let's go to more and audio. Here's what's cool. And I won't play any of them. But say, as you see right here, my animation is 6 seconds long. And this is something that most people don't really pick up on, right? So my animation is 6 seconds long. If I add audio to it, so this audio right here is 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is, right? So I'm going to add this audio. So now, once it's added, let me turn that off. As you see right here at the top, this little highlighted section, it's going to automatically match it to the length of my animation. So I can grab that little segment and move that 6 seconds to wherever I want it. But that 6 seconds is going to match my overall 6 seconds of my animation. So if I increase this time, I don't even know what that's saying right now because I don't have my headphones in. So if I make my animation longer, the audio will automatically get longer, the audio segment. And I can grab that segment and move it around to the part of the audio that I really like that goes with my animation, which is really cool. And that's one of those little hidden gem things that most people don't pick up on, that make your animation first, then add the audio. And then that way you can kind of drag the audio stuff around. So we can play it real quick and you're probably going to hear the audio with it. All right. So now if I go and I download this, yep, MP4, and it's telling me to connect my social account so I don't get hit with the licensing thing by using licensed audio and get in trouble. But I'm going to skip that for now. All right. So that's one of those little things that you want to make sure that you do. Do your animation first. For those, I see more people jumping in now. When you're making an animation or a title animation or whatever else you're doing like that in Canva, make the animation first. Pick out how long you want the animation first. Let's save that. Pick out how long you want the animation first, then add your audio. Your audio will then be clipped to the length of your animation. And you can drag that audio clip selection. All right, let me go here. You can drag that audio clip selection to whatever piece of audio you want to use based on the length of your animation, which is really cool, right? Animate first, add the audio, that you can drag and pick the segment you want. That's that highlighted segment here. So it's not going to try to play the whole 3 minutes and 3 seconds of your audio. And that's also works awesome if you're doing a countdown timer. So you have a 1 or 2 minute countdown timer. Make all the timer animation portion first. Then add the audio. Then the audio will only be 1 minute or 2 minutes. And you can work it that way, right? So let's jump back into full screen for Restream Studio here. And I'm going to go grab that overlay, not overlay, the intro graphic with the animation. So let me go ahead and grab that video clip. And let's see if I can find it in here. There we go. This one might take a little bit longer to load. So I'll talk to you and entertain you in the meantime. Yeah, so that's an easy way to do it, right? So you can just go into Canva, pick a video, edit the text if you like all the animations, change the animations, change the colors, whatever you want to do, and then add your own special audio clip to it, and you are good to go. Oh, it's ready. Okay, so I'm going to show it now. And as Restream Studio does, it's going to automatically mute my mic and turn on the audio for the video clip. I'm not sure if you'll hear it or not. Yeah, you should hear it. It's coming through Restream. So
Mais dia maravilhoso nessa terra.
That was too funny. I put on my headphones so I could hear it. That was pretty funny. All right. But it automatically does that for you, right? So hopefully that was helpful. And it's something to give you guys some ideas of some different ways you can do intro videos or intro animations for your live stream. So let me know if that was working out for you all. If you have any more questions, and don't forget to put a Q or the word question in front of your comments. So in case I miss it, I can always jump back in and catch up with that. And let's see. Cool. All right. But let me know, y'all. Let me see what I got here. Yes, that video is just a video exported from Canva as an MP4. It's defaulted format. Restream Studio does work with that format. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, let me know. But we're going good. Thank you all for bearing with me in my makeshift studio today. So yeah, I had to yeah, that's another story. Anyway. Yeah, my office is pretty much in shambles right now. So I had to come to a more open location in my home. And yeah, but it's working out pretty good. The video looks pretty good, I think. The audio sounds good. And we're making it do what it do, y'all. The show must go on, as they say. All right, so good. Let me know. Let me see. I'm getting DMs too, so I got to answer those things as they come through. Yeah, so changing the color of the animation itself. Let's see. Let's go back to Restream, not Restream. Let's go back to Canva. And there's a video clip back there. Let's see if I can get that video clip. Oh, yeah, that's it right there. So that's the video clip, right? So the video clip, you cannot change the color of the video clip, but what you can do is add a color on top of the video clip and kind of change the hue to it that way, because the clip itself, you can't edit video clips that way per se. And let me scroll through it some more. See, that's the video clip, right? And it kind of has the color that it has. But if I went back to elements and I pick a color like this, I'm just going to put it over a piece of it over here, right? And then I change the transparency of it. I can put a blue or purplish hue on top of it, or kind of do it that way, right? So as you see here, the video will still play. Where am I at? So the video will still play, right? But it'll have that kind of screened color over the top of it, right? So you can do it that way. You can also, if you put the video on top, like right here, right? It's at 86%. That's full blast of the video. And it's really a red color. So you can also put a color behind the video and change the transparency of the video to make it more of its backdrop color, right? So it can be done in multiple ways. You can either put a color on top of it, change the hue of that color, transparency of that color, or change the transparency of the video. And I am so sorry, but I do not know Spanish enough to answer the question. So I'm going to take your text. Oh, it won't let me select it. I'm trying to figure out how to copy your text. Let me see. It won't let me copy your text. Let me see if I can copy it. Nope. I'm trying to copy your text to actually paste it into a into my web browser and see what you actually said. So yeah, I don't know. Programmer, I'm guessing you're asking about the program and the license for program. Something. Okay. So so the program, I'm guessing this is what you're asking. So the program I'm using is Canva, and everything I'm showing you can be done in the free version of Canva. I'm also showing you Photopea, which is a free online app that can be used to edit your videos. Edit your graphics. So this is Photopea, also free, PHOTOPEA.com. Both of these are free applications that you can use to create your graphics. Now, would I suggest using the paid version of Canva? Sure, because you have a lot more stuff you can do with it by using the paid version. But the paid version is not mandatory for any of the things that I'm showing you. So if you want to use Canva, you can go to there, and that'll get you into Canva. And I think they have a special going on right now if you go through that link. may or may not work. I mean, because I'm not sure when you might be watching this, so I don't want to say yes, it's guaranteed. But yeah, but you can surely do that and go to sign up for Canva through that link. Yeah, still don't know what you're saying. Como podemos detallar un logo? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. Can't read Spanish that well, but I know it's Spanish because I've taken a Spanish class I wasn't really good at. So yeah, but yeah, that's Photo P and Canva. We can work it from there. All right, so that's the animation that we just showed. Let me go back to the full screen here. And I'll run that for you one more time. Now, this one is one without sound. Very basic animation that you can use that way. Here's a second one with sound. It's going to have some weird talking in the background, but that's just a segment that I picked by accident.
Mais dia maravilhoso nessa terra.
Okay, so that's that, right? So those are two different ways you can, well, two of the different ways you can do it. Here's a legitimate countdown timer that I made with Canva. This is all made with Canva that you can also create. And I just turned it off ahead of time, right? But that can also be made with Canva. That was made with a video clip that I made the translucency, pushed it back. I added a big countdown timer that's already in Canva, but I didn't want the hours on it. I just wanted the seconds, right? And I clipped it to the portion that was right at the end before that timer went to 0. And then I added text at the top and bottom, even added the Restream logo. So I did all of that in Canva. That's all straight Canva. So that can be done even as a countdown timer that you might want to create for yourself with that. So Chris laughing at me because I don't know Spanish. Okay, I got you, man. That's how you're going to do me, huh? That's all right. I'll laugh at myself too because I should know better because I took Spanish classes. Well, 2 classes. Yeah, I need to get better with that. We have an international audience and I am not serving you well by not knowing more than English. So I apologize for that. Let me go back here real quick. Let's see what this question is. Now, at the standard level of Restream, or what are you saying? At the standard level of Canva? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know necessarily the inner workings of Restream at that level to know why they release certain things at certain levels. Okay, Restream. Yeah, because I'm a pro user of Restream, so I can't answer why they don't allow or don't have other features in the base version. And I've only ever used the pro version of it, so I don't know. Now, yeah, I really didn't know that you couldn't have overlays at all in the standard version. So yeah, so I wouldn't know that right offhand. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, that's kind of watered down that way. Yeah, but I would. Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't have overlays. I guess it does. Yeah. So some of the features are, but like I said, the main, not the main. One of the strongest things about Restream Studio as a whole is this ability to multi-stream, right? And so it's one of its strongest features. And so the other features that comes at standard or pro level, right? But the extra things as far as the studio type stuff, adding animation, adding videos, adding graphics, adding different overlay layers. I guess it's only part of the pro feature. And forgive me because I didn't realize that was that way. I thought some of those features were in the base version also. And those things could possibly change, right? Just kind of maybe fewer overlay option or just some standard overlays. versus, the pro version having more overlays and things like that as an option. Yeah. Unfortunate for that though. All right, y'all, let's see. Any more questions? Let me see if there's any more questions in here. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, sorry about that language barrier. Really sorry about that. Hopefully I was able to answer some of that for you. But definitely check out the app there. And yeah, sorry about that. I hate having people that I can't serve. So yeah, sorry about that. All right, so let me see. We're kind of winding down now. Let me make sure that there's no questions that have been missed. Oh, here we go. Webm format. Not that I know of. I know it can. Let's do this real quick. Let's just see. Let me see if I have. Let's go do this real quick. Let's see. The best way to know that for sure is to try it out. So let's say file export. Let me see if Webm is an option from Photopea. Okay, there we go right there. And save that. Okay, let's see if it will let me load it. Let's go to graphics, overlay, and so the answer is, booyah. This is a .webp file that I just exported from Photopea. So the answer would be yes. Restream Studio can use Webm or WebP format files. It can also use static GIFs, as I understand. It can use PNGs, obviously, with the transparency. And the Webm or WebP format is a much smaller file than a GIF or PNG. So yes, thanks for the question. And there's an affirmative. It can use the .webp file. This is it that you're looking at right now. And it has transparency. And let's see the size of it in relation to the PNG file, just so we can see it. It is 70 kilobytes versus 2 megs. There you go. It's a Google WebP file, and it does work. I wonder this. Let's see something else. I wonder if I export it. We're just seeing, I love experimenting like this. Let's see if I export. Let's do this first. Let's go back to graphics, because you're making me think about something now. Let's go back to graphics, upload. We may have found another little hidden gem in this thing that we didn't know we had. But let's see this real quick. Let's open that. Okay, so the animation won't run. This is that animated GIF we did earlier. So the animation won't run of an animated GIF. What I am wondering is, though, if I opened up a animated GIF, so I open up an animated GIF and I export it as a WebM file. Let's just see. I don't know. Who knows what happens? Okay, save. What did I name that thing? I don't even know what I named it. I'll find it though. There we go. All right. So it will let me load it, right? and let me load an animated GIF, but it wouldn't animate it. So let me see if I load a animated Webm or WebP file, if it will let me, if it will animate that. So animation, open. Nope. Okay, it won't animate it. Okay. Yeah. So animations as a whole won't work in Restream Studio as of right now, but we can definitely. I think it's on the horizon. So let's give it a little more time. Cool. Saying somebody can finally see me live. Appreciate that. Yeah. So Restream Studio does use the web.webp actually format. Not sure why I can't see your thing there. Let's see what that says. Okay. Hello. Thank you for catching me live. All right, y'all. So we're about 2 minutes away. I'm not sure if you have any more questions. Yeah, but we kind of went through a few things today. We did some new overlays. We did an intro animation. We did what I called stacking graphics. So you can kind of put things where you want to, right? Go into Canva, make a kind of a universal look overlay, then just copy that and start adding things to it. Move your logo around, add your own lower third, add your own logo bug in different places, add, I don't know, just kind of highlighter graphics, add a sidebar, do those different things, right? And then you can click through those overlays and it looks as though you're stacking them, but you're not really stacking them. You just have a whole nother overlay with all these features on it. So think about that. Think about, just if you want to have a logo bug in a different place than the standard place, make the rest of the screen transparent and put your logo where you want it, right? So all those things are possible. The intro animation, jump into that in a Canva and use one of their built-in animations and just change out the colors, change out some of the graphics, change out the text and upload it, add some audio to it, upload that. It can be your new intro animation, right? So think about those different things that you can do to enhance your video with things from Canva. So hopefully it has been helpful to you. And I believe I answered all the questions here. So that's good to go. But I thank y'all for coming out today. So until next time, I'm Bradley. Bradley Teaches. Be blessed, be free, be good to yourselves, be good to one another. See y'all next week.